Do you ever go to the library and get a free arm workout in the process? I'm gonna cancel my gym membership. Anyways, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing off my latest library haul for this late fall, rainy fall season where I am living. But first of all, if you are new here, I post new book reviews almost every single day. So if you want to wake up to a little reading inspiration each day, some reading recommendations, some book reviews, feel free to stick around. Today, I'm not gonna lift this pile up, but today we're going to be showing off my latest library haul. So I did a thing, I placed some holds on books with the online catalog system and I didn't see how big the books were. So when I went to pick them up, I got a free arm workout in the process, and I'm actually trying to work out how I'm going to return these books because they will not fit in the library return slot. So I kind of have put myself in a little predicament here. But let's talk about the books that I received because I'm very excited to read this. I do have a couple books from my previous library haul that I still need to write scripts for and review, but those are coming. I promise I have not forgotten them. Of the previous library haul, I did DNF, The City Authentic, How the Attached Economy Builds Urban America, and I will talk about that one in my November reading wrap up. But everything else will get a review from the previous library haul. We're going to start this library haul off with the manga series that I'm reading and the next volumes in the series that I have checked out. Volumes 38, 39, and 40 from Haikyuu. I have been loving the sports manga series. Karasuno High School is heading towards the top of the Tokyo Spring Tournament, and I'm excited to see the continuation of this series. I have the next 3 volumes. We're getting close to the end of the series, I believe. It goes through, I want to say 45. I need to look it up, but I am quite close. I do want to finish the series this year, but I'm also bittersweet because I don't want the series to end. It's just so good. I'm also a little worried because I don't know if I can read a sports manga after this because this one has just been so good that it makes me hesitant to pick up something else. You know that feeling when you read such a good book that you're hesitant to start another book because you know it's just not going to live up to the book that you just read? It's a whole system, a whole problem. The next series, which I am reading, and I can read happily because it's not a sports manga series, is Komi Can't Communicate. I have volume 25. I also have volume 26 on hold, but I think everyone has it checked out because it's a more recent book. But here we have volume 25, Komi Can't Communicate. Love this series, been reading this series. This one is ongoing, I believe, so I can't always read things right away. But volume 25 of Komi Can't Communicate. So 4 manga volumes for my reading. Next, we have a short sci-fi book, and I'm not entirely sure what to expect. This is Defect by Nino Cipri, and it's quite short, and the premise is there's a loyal employee who's been working for a company somewhere in the far future. He lives, breathes, loves his work, but one day he is either late or doesn't come into work, so his company punishes him. There's no reward for loyalty in this world, and he has to kind of deal with the consequences of the punishment. So this is Defect. I'm not sure what to expect beyond that, but I think it'll be an interesting, fun little sci-fi read. Next, we have a book that I'm going to show the inside cover of because I had to request it from another library and they have my personal information on the front. That's going to be several books in this haul. And that is Kyosai's Animal Circus from the Israel Goldman collection. This Kyosai is a Japanese artist whose prints I've actually was familiar with or became familiar with through the Japanese yokai and other supernatural being book that I have reviewed on my channel, and I really liked his work in that book, so I placed a hold on several other collections just featuring Kyosai, and I'm excited to see more of his prints or a more focused collection just on his prints. So we're gonna see what the Kyosai's Animal Circus has in store for me. It's not super long, but I think it's gonna take some time to get through because I'll be looking through and enjoying all the prints. Next, we have Unfolding the Paper Art and Science of Matthew Schlien. I am not sure what to expect with this one. I'm going to be truly honest. This one's a little outside my comfort zone, but it just kind of seemed interesting and called to me. So I am going to give this a read and see how I feel about it. I do think the blue on the cover is quite pretty though. Next, we have a photography collection that I think is very specific, but hopefully is enjoyable. That is Ice Caves of Leelanau, a visual exploration by Ken Scott. So this is a region, this is a part of the state of Michigan, and this is just a photography collection of some of the beautiful winter landscapes that occur up there. Honestly, just flipping through it makes me want to go see this in person, but I think a short, and this is again a very short photography collection, will be very, very fun and interesting to flip through. And it does seem this book is specific to the year 2014. I don't know if that is necessarily required for these formations, if that year was particularly spectacular, but I'll read this book and I will let you know. So if you want to know more about this particular phenomenon and the photography that accompanies it, stay tuned. Next, I have a collection, or I think it's a photography collection, but it also is just a scientific work on Georgian Bay, discovering a unique North American ecosystem. I actually went camping in Georgian Bay in Canada, up in Canada in Ontario, a couple weeks before, I would say, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, mid-October, and it was beautiful. I loved the hiking, I loved the nature, I loved it all. I wanted to go back immediately, but it was kind of too close to that end of the season where it starts to become a little cold to tent camp, which is the kind of camping that I do. So I decided that we'll just have to put that off and return next year for some more camping. But Georgian Bay, I live in the United States, and Georgian Bay is this part of Lake Huron that is something that we don't usually see because it is accessible through Canada. So I wanted to get this to read more about it because the natural rock formations and just the whole bay itself was so beautiful that I wanted to learn more about it. Next up is another collection of Kyosai. Again from the Israel Goldman collection, Kyosai by Sadamuro Koto. I am just excited to read more. I've already mentioned that I became familiar with his works through the Japanese yokai book that I read. So I am excited and interested to just discover more of his works. This one seems to be involving quite a bit of commentary too. And, oh, there's crows. Just like in the Meiji art book that I just reviewed. But I'm excited to read this and see what's in here. I think, again, this one is a little longer than my other one, but I think all of these art books take quite a bit of time to read, not because of the text, but because I take a lot of time to look at the pictures and the prints and the artwork that is within. Finally, we have the arm workout one. This is the one that I placed a hold through my library system, and when I went to go pick it up from the hold shelf, I was like, I thought I placed a hold on more books than this, and this one couldn't even fit on the hold shelf. They had to like lay it flat somewhere else. They probably thought that I was absolutely insane for checking this book out, and like I said, I can probably cancel my gym membership now because I can just do workouts with this thing. David Yarrow, Americas, Africa, Antarctica, Arctic, Asia, and Europe. This is a photography collection of David Yarrow. I think this is going to be absolutely beautiful and fun to look through. That being said, this is also a bit of an arm workout. So this is currently sitting on my coffee table, and it's going to be viewed at the coffee table because there's no way I'm going to be just casually relaxing in bed reading this. No, that's not happening. But I am very excited. I've read it was a book, but it also was a lot of photography. I have had out another collection from David Yarrow, and I really liked it. So I'm going to read this one, look at the pictures in this one, and see what I think about it. I'm very excited. I liked his photography in the last collection I read. So despite the size, I'm going to view it positively, think of this as a free arm workout, and look at some beautiful photography. If you are interested in any of these, please let me know in the comments below. I will be reviewing all of these too, so stay tuned for the book reviews on these pieces of work. And if there's anything that you think I should be reading that I'm not reading right now, I love getting reader suggestions, comments, and yeah, suggestions on books I should read next. Please put those in the comments below. Also, I love to receive them. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.